triangle here. Alright? When I say solve the triangle, it means to find all the missing parts, the parts that I don't have labeled basically yet. Okay? This one's pretty nice. Alright? It's kind of an angle side situation here. You got two of the angles and then you got one of the sides. Alright? Now, if you have two of the angles, you know the third one because all three of the angles have to add up to 180 degrees. So you would be able to figure out angle B pretty quick. 31, 82, what's that, 113. So angle B then, I'll write it over here, angle B has to be 67 degrees. Alright, angle B is 67 degrees. Okay? We got that part done, but we still have two missing sides. Alright? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our law of sines to help us figure out, okay, our missing sides. Doesn't matter which one you do first, but let's say I want to figure out side A here first. Okay? Side A. Now look, I know angle A is this, but I don't know side A. I know angle B is 67, but I don't know side B. So what I want to avoid is I'm definitely not going to set this ratio here equal to this ratio here because I'd have two variables. I'd have two unknowns. And if you got two variables, it's kind of hard to solve that equation. Okay? Now notice, I have side C and I have angle C. Everybody agree with that? So I'm definitely going to use this ratio for sure as I set this up because I know both of those things. So I'm going to go the sine of 82 degrees over 13 has to equal, I'll solve for A first here, the sine of 31 degrees over A. So I did the sine of C over C equals the sine of A over A. I set these two ratios equal to each other. And notice in my proportion here, I only have one variable, right? Don't set one up that has two variables. You can't solve for it. Okay? How do you solve proportions? Cross multiply. So I'm going to take A times the sine of 82, and that is equal to 13 times the sine of 31. And then to get A by itself, I'm going to divide by the sine of 82. And now we go to our calculator and we type in 13 times the sine of 31. Make sure you're in what mode?
Degree mode.
Degree mode, because these are degrees. So 13 times the sine of 31, get that answer and divide it by the sine of 82, and to the nearest hundredth, what are you guys getting? 6.80?
6.76.
6.76? Confirmation?
Wait, what did you say to the what?
Hundred, sorry, two places. Anybody confirmation? 6.76?
I'll prove them right. You just wait.
A second?
Wait for just the...
13 times the sine of 31 divided by the sine of 82.
Ooh, 6.76.
6.76?
You got lucky this
Okay.
Oh,
time.
you got, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So A is about 6.76. Should A have been smaller than C?
Yeah.
Yeah. 82 is a lot bigger than 31, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the side across from the 31 should definitely be smaller than the side across from the 82. It's kind of how you check your work a little bit. Okay? You're not done though. You still need side B. You still need side B. Can you use Pythagorean's theorem?
Yeah.
You're on time.
No, it's not.
No, it's not a
Right triangle.
right triangle. Okay? Not a right triangle. So you have to use this again.
You're not far enough.
Now, here's the thing. I would avoid, you don't have to, but I would avoid using 6.76 because 6.76 is a rounded answer. try to not use a rounded answer to get another answer. So I would just set up, again, sine of 82 over 13 equals the sine of 67 over b. Dory, question?
No, just ask after you say that.
Yep. If you want to use a's value instead, just use the whole decimal that's on your calculator so you can be accurate. I would try to avoid to use the whole decimal and just use what already is given. And now it's the same thing, okay? Eventually you guys are probably not going to be writing out all the steps that I'm writing out right now. You're going to take this times this divided by this, get your answer, and you're just going to write down your answer. Okay? But I'll keep showing my steps here. So b times the sine of 82 equals 13 times the sine of 67. Divide both things by the sine of 82. And b, I'll need a little help here. 13 times the sine of 67 divided by the sine of 82.
12.08.
12.08. And you would do me a big favor if on your test you would write all, you're going to have a lot of work, okay? But if you would just nicely write all your answers pretty close to one another, put a big box around it so it makes it really easy for me to check, I would love that, okay? Instead of for me having to search through your mess of work, because some of you are not the neatest of people in the world. Okay?
Isaac.
If you could, write all your answers together, round to what I ask you to. Double check, make sure all your answers make sense. The smallest side should be across from the smallest angle. The biggest side should be across from the biggest angle. And go from there. Pause.